Hey, fellow humans, welcome to the Virtual Presentation Skills Podcast. This is the Minicast Mastery version where we guarantee to deliver value in less than 10 minutes. I am Kimberly Gilbert, one of your co-hosts, and I'm joined today by
Kathy Godinez, your other co-host.
Nice. So let's get started right away. This is a shorter version of the show, and we want to dive right in. But we do want to remind you, this is the show where we mix professional wisdom,
A dash of humor,
and a lot of really cool brain science. The topic today is the neuroscience of storytelling in virtual meetings. Now, I'd like to give you the disclaimer that I'm a neurolinguistics coach practitioner. I'm not an expert in neuroscience, but these topics are well related for storytelling in virtual meetings because the human brain responds to stories more likely than they do to just slides. And I know you're probably shaking your head right now and agreeing with me. We don't need a lot of bullet points. We don't need data dumps. We don't need that. Let's walk through the agenda monologue that sends half of your participants running and turning off their microphone, turning off their camera. So, we are going to talk a little bit about storytelling and why that is important. And this seems to be a really good time of year. I don't know when you're listening, but the show is airing in December 2025, and we are in the United States. So, we celebrate Christmas. Not everybody does, but I personally celebrate. And Kathy, you do too, right?
yes, I do.
Okay, so this is a good time of year. I don't know about you, but I know our family tends to tell a lot of stories during this time of year. And maybe you're telling stories in your virtual meetings as well, or you might want to consider it because the truth is the brain is not wired for information. It is, however, wired for meaning. And the meaning comes from things like emotional relevance, pattern recognition, and being connected at a deeper level to a live experience. And I know you're probably thinking, gosh, I don't know how to achieve that in my own virtual meetings. But there is a way, and it begins with the Virtual Office Audit. If you visit virtualofficeaudit.com, you'll notice we've got lots of training programs to welcome you in 2026. And we'd love to see your beautiful face in those training programs. This is 30 minutes, 7 steps, less than $100, and it really gets you the foundation for success on this learning journey. Kathy has agreed to share one of her own stories, which I think you'll find fascinating. And then we'll tie this all together to the neuroscience of storytelling.
One of the stories I want to tell today quickly is the first time that I decided to do a video recording for one of my clients. It was about a certain benefit to clarify how it works. And it was 10 minutes at the most. So
And
I
Kathy,
recorded.
can you just clarify for our listeners your past career?
I am an insurance agent. I have my own employee benefits agency, small agency, and we helped employers with their employee benefit plans. We would
Mm,
help find them and then we would help educate the employees on the benefits.
mm.
So this particular benefit is a little bit complicated and everything's regulated by the IRS. So I wanted to make it really simple with a few slides and then explain how it works. So I put it together. I sent it over to the HR director. She looked at it, thought it was great. Then she sent it out to all of her employees. And then she called me, I don't know, like 15 minutes later, and she goes, Kathy, all I hear is your voice everywhere. Everybody is listening to it and appreciating the fact that it's really simple and that they are listening to it in their own way and on their own time. So it was a huge plus. It was fun.
And did that account become a client, or were they already a client and they decided to engage with you again under another contract? Did that help your relationship with this particular account?
Absolutely. It was a current account and it was just part of my customer service. I
Mm.
was trying to figure out a way to make things easier for them. And so it solidifies my job and what they paid me. So it was good. It was very good.
Well, that's amazing customer service and
Mhm.
speaks to the fact that TikTok can't be all wrong. People love videos, but really the point there is Kathy has an amazing story about storytelling. She was telling a story instead of just giving them slides, a monologue, or a lecture, and it was really well received. Now, I guarantee you, Kathy, you were not thinking about things like dopamine and oxytocin, emotional resonance. Am I correct?
Oh, yes. Neuroscience did not enter my brain at all. My goal was efficiency and understanding. That was
Mhm.
it.
But like a lot of our listeners, you're probably incorporating small elements of neurolinguistics, neuroscience into your presentations at this point. But I'd like to help you do it better. There is a better way, and we offer many different training programs to help you. But again, the starting point is the virtual office audit, virtualofficeaudit.com. You'll learn a lot more about what is important to your audience and how to use things like curiosity, anticipation, novelty, surprise. We like to be really hands on in our training programs. So you never know when we're going to demonstrate the wrong angle of the camera and the lighting and what it looks like for good lighting and bad lighting, and also the microphone. If you don't have at least those elements built in, you're not going to be received as a very good storyteller. That I can guarantee.
And the thing is, Kimberly, all of those things are super important. They go right towards the connection with your audience.
Yes. Well, there's a lot more to explore in this episode, and we want to honor the shorter time format. So I think we'll probably put another episode on the calendar to explore just neural coupling. I think this is a really important concept to understand because this is where the brain of the storyteller and the listener sync up. And I mean, yes, literally. When you tell a coherent story, your audience starts predicting where it's going. When your brain starts predicting, you are engaged with whomever the presenter or the storyteller is. You're starting to fill in emotional cues, and it's very mentally stimulating. Your webinars, for example, don't have to be boring. Those team meetings don't have to be boring, but there's certain elements to learn in order to, like Kathy said earlier, achieve efficient meetings, effective meetings, and meetings that are really unforgettable. Kathy, I want to dive deeper into this subject, but I know we're at our time. Does this feel like a wrap to you, or did you want to add anything else for our listeners?
This is a wrap.
Okay, I just want to say before we go, I know the holiday season can be really, really emotional for some people, and we are thinking about you, and we just hope that you're doing well. And we hope you keep listening through the holiday season. Maybe if you are off on holiday, maybe you can finally take a little bit of time to download the podcast, listen, like, send us a review for topics you would like us to discuss on the show. We always really appreciate your feedback. Now that feels like a wrap.
Perfect.
We look forward to meeting you in the next episode where we go live from the waist up.